Hey everybody, Varun here from Language Academy. Guys, this video is going to be about reading section. I've got a lot of comments, a lot of messages from you, all of you out there, that you're not really sure what are the things you need to focus on in reading section particularly. What I've done, I've distributed the scoring criteria, the marking distribution of reading section. I'll tell you which tasks do contribute towards reading section, which is the most important task, which is the least important task, and if you're aiming for 6, 7 or 8 each, which is 79 plus, what are the things you need to focus on. So as you can see on your screen, I have given out all the tasks which contribute towards your reading section. The very first task which contributes towards your reading section is read aloud. Now I often see a lot of students do neglect this task. Why? They think it is only in speaking and it doesn't really impacts the reading section a lot. This task by itself is going to give you around 25 to 30 points. Depending on the exam pattern, the values I'm giving over here is just an approximate value. It can vary a bit depending on the exam pattern. For example, some students do get 6 read aloud, some get 7 and some even get 5. So depending on your exam pattern, the values will differ a bit, but they won't differ too much. They won't vary too much. Read aloud is going to give you around 25 to 30 points in your reading section and is one of the most important tasks. Please do not neglect this. Please do not ignore it. Very, very important task from your speaking section. We'll talk about it later. Let's have a look at the second task, which is very, very important for your reading section. Summarize written text from your writing section. SWT, the very first task of your writing section, contribute towards your reading section as well. This is going to give you somewhere around 4 to 6 points in reading section. I'll say it is important if you're aiming for 7 or 8. It is important for 6 as well, because summarize written text is one of the tasks where it is very easy to score points. When you compare it to blanks, reading reorders, scoring points comparatively is a bit tough when we compare it with summarized written text and compare SWT with reading blanks. So reading blanks can be a bit tricky. So we have to make sure we get 100% points from tasks which are very, very important and at the same time are easy as well. Next task, as you can see on your screen, reading blanks, drag and drop, and reading and writing blanks, also referred to as drop down blanks. Both the blanks are super important, very, very, very crucial. You have to make sure that you practice a lot of these, and these are going to contribute around 19 points each, around 40 points altogether in your reading section. Next, we have got reading reorder paragraphs, around 8 to 10 points, sometimes 7 as well, around 7 to 10 points in your reading section, and I'll consider it as very, very important task. Then we have got reading MCQ single answers and reading MCQ multiple answers. They contribute least amount of scores, I'll say. And this is one thing I really want to warn you about. I see a lot of students, they just keep on practicing. They just practice over and over again, reading MCQs, reading MCQ single answers, multiple answers. They spend a lot of time practicing these type of questions and this particular task. I really request you, I urge you, please do not waste your time practicing MCQ single answers and multiple answers. Both of these are not important at all, and you shouldn't be wasting any of your time practicing these ones. I've even got students who never practice MCQ single and multiple, and they got 19 reading. They are not important at all. Please do not waste your time. Why these are not very important? First of all, they're going to consume a lot of time, take a lot of time. On an average, one reading MCQ multiple answer is going to take around 1.5 to 2 minutes to solve it. And at the end, it is only going to give you around 2 points. Whereas if you spend those 2 to 3 minutes or 2 minutes on reading blanks, you can grab around 5 points from there. So we have to make sure we rationally use each and every minute we have in the reading section, and let's not waste time on practicing and attempting MCQ single and multiple answers. You do not have to leave any task unattempted. By attempting, I mean don't spend a lot of time figuring out what the answer is. So you have to make sure that you spend least time and work in a very rational way. I'll tell you how much time you have to spend and what you need to do. Now, before that, let's have a look at the next task on your screen. Highlight incorrect words from listening. Super important task, super easy as well. Nothing to do over here. You just need to practice 3, 4 or 5 every day, and you are going to do your job. This is not difficult at all, but this is very important. I really consider it very important because this is going to give you around 8 to 10 points in your reading section from listening in your reading section. And the last task is highlight correct summary from your listening is going to give you 1 or 2 points in your reading section. Very I won't say it's very important, but it's somewhat important because it's going to give you points in listening as well as in reading section. But I'll highly recommend do not spend a lot of time practicing or attempting these ones as well. The highlight correct summaries, you do not need to waste a lot of time over here. Now let's have a look once again. What are the main tasks you all need to worry about? The things I've underlined, very first thing, read aloud is super important. You have to make sure, please write this down, pause the video, bring your notepad and pen, write this down. You have to practice 25 read alouds every day. A lot of students do think that they are doing read alouds perfectly. They don't really need to worry anything about over here. But believe me, when you practice, when you see the mistakes, there are going to be a number of mistakes in your content part, and content is directly related with your reading scores. If you have low score in content from your read aloud, that is going to significantly impact your read alouds and reading section as well. So make sure you read each and every word as it is given on your screen. Make sure you do not miss S sound and ED sound at the end of the words. And make sure each and every word you have to read in the same manner as it is given on the screen. Do not omit any word. Do not add any word by yourself. Read aloud 25 every day, please. Now, next task which you really need to focus on, both the type of reading blanks, very important, and these two tasks out, I believe, can take some time to improve. You won't be able to improve reading blanks overnight. I mean, you will obviously be able to improve them over time. Once you practice around 25 of each type of blank, you will be able to improve in 2 to 3 weeks. I'm telling you, first day, second day, third day, you won't really see a lot of improvement and you'll feel like giving up. But that is where the secret lies. If you do not give up, then only you are going to make it. And it's not difficult to crack PTE if you are determined and you have this thing in mind. Doesn't matter what happens, what it takes, how many mistakes I make, I have to do it. Just keep on going with reading blanks. Use grammar rules, use collocations, use the understanding of the context. It's one thing over here. Please make sure you understand the context properly. Understanding the context of the given passage is very crucial. If you do not really understand the context, things can be very difficult. So both the reading blanks, I'll highly encourage all of you to read each and everything properly. Each and every word is there on a reason, for a purpose. Make sure you read each and everything properly, understand the context, and based on that only you have to figure out what is the right answer. 25 each type of blank every day, please. Next, reorders, I consider them as important, but these can be tricky. I have posted a video earlier. I'll share the link to that video as well, where I've explained each and everything about reorders. And if you watch that video and follow all the strategies and rule, I can write this down. I can guarantee you that you will be able to solve each and every reorder paragraph you get in your exam. So make sure you watch that video, you follow all the rules, all the strategies, and make sure you do not spend more than 2 minutes, or worst case 2.5 minutes per reorder paragraph, right? Now, one thing I would like to discuss over here, reading, marking criteria, and time management. So in reading, what happens? You get around 16 to 20 questions. You get 16 to 20 questions and you get 32 to 41 minutes. So depending on your exam pattern, the number of questions and the time awarded or time given for each particular task or overall section will vary. So 16 to 20 questions and 32 to 41 minutes. The very first task will be reading and writing blanks. Very important, super important. Please make sure you do not spend more than 2.5 minutes per reading and writing blank. Do not spend more than 2 minutes 30 seconds for one passage of reading and writing blank. If you do, you're going to struggle to finish off your reading section, and if you're not able to finish, if you miss any reorders or reading blanks, drag and drop ones, at the end you won't get your score. You have to make sure you finish each and everything off. Once you are done with your reading and writing blanks, next task is your MCQ multiple answers. Second task, and this is one of the tasks which is very time consuming, I'll highly encourage all of you to only select one option and do not spend more than 40 seconds per MCQ multiple answer. If you get the answer within 40 seconds, select that particular option and move on. If you don't, Don't worry about it. Just select the one you think is right and move on. Even if you mess your MCQ multiple answers, you can get your desired score. But if you mess your reorders, or you don't have enough time to finish your reorders or reading drag and drop blanks, you're going to struggle to finish off your exam and get your desired score. MCQ multiple answers, don't worry much about it. Give your best, but do not take more than 40 seconds. I'm not telling you to completely ignore them, but we have to go in such a way that we do not spend a lot of time and get maximum points, and we are able to focus on tasks which are more awarding, from where we'll get more scores. So MCQ multiple answers, do not spend more than 40 seconds, please. Alright, after that you'll get reading reorders. You are going to get 2 to 3 reorders. Spend around 2 minutes, worst case 2.5 minutes per reorder paragraph. Then you will get reading blanks, also referred to as drag and drop blanks. Super important. You're going to get 4, 5 or 6, around 4 to 6. Make sure you do not spend more than 2.5 minutes over here as well. Try to finish early, but worst case I'm talking about, per passage you do not have to take more than 2.5 minutes. And at the end you'll have your MCQ single answers. Now if you, let's say for example, you're done with your reading blanks, which is your fourth type of task in reading section, and you have 5 minutes and you have MCQ single answers, you have got 2 MCQ single answers. Make sure you use all the time, because if you finish early you won't really get more time in the next section, which is your listening section. So whatever time has been awarded to you for your reading module or reading section, make sure you take and use all of it. Let's say you have only 1 minute and you have got 2 MCQ single answers. Please make sure you attempt both of them. Do not leave anything unattempted. So MCQ single answers, how you have to spend time based on the time left and the questions you have. So you have, let's say, 2 questions and you've got 4 minutes, spend 2 minutes each. You have got 2 questions, you have got 1 minute, spend 30 seconds each, and try to figure out the right answer. Again, don't worry much about MCQ single answers. They're not very, very important. Now, next very important task is your highlight incorrect words actually from your listening. Super important. Make sure you practice around 5 to 7 of these every day. We have got a number of them on our website, on our portal. You can practice from there, www.languageacademy.com.au. You just need to register, select your plan, and then you can go ahead with practice. The number of questions, number of mock tests as well on the website, on the portal. You can practice from there, but make sure you practice highlight incorrect words. I often see a lot of students think that highlight incorrect words are very important. They are important and easy. Yes, they're actually easy, but a lot of time I see when students sit for the mock test, they make around 3 to 4 mistakes in highlight incorrect words. Why? They do not practice this, and they are not really familiar what kind of questions can be there, what kind of tricks can be used by PTE to trick you, and in such a way that you're not really able to figure out the right answer. Even though you think something is easy, if it's awarding, if it is giving you good amount of scores, good amount of points, make sure you practice that every day. So every day highlight incorrect words, you have to practice 5 to 7 every day. Then last, highlight correct summary. Not so important, but I'll still recommend you practice 3 to 4 every day if possible. If not, every alternate day you can practice 3 to 4 of these and try to figure out the right answer. That is how you will be able to get your desired score. Now, quickly, I'll wrap up a few things. If you're aiming for 6 each, what I'll recommend you, first of all, focus on read aloud, make sure it is perfect. Summarize written text, make sure it is perfect as well. Then highlight incorrect words, you have to figure that out and you have to make sure that is perfect as well. If you have a look over here, if your read alouds are perfect, summarize written text is perfect, and highlight incorrect words are perfect, you have already secured 40 points. Now for the rest, you just need to work on reading blanks. So 5 things you need to work on for 6 each, which is equivalent to 50. Read alouds, then your summarize written text, because that is very easy and scoring as well. Highlight incorrect words, and then reading blanks. If you're aiming for 65 for your nursing properly or anything else, you need to figure out that you focus on read aloud, summarize written text, both the type of reading blanks, highlight incorrect words, as well as your reorder paragraphs. Finally, if you're aiming for 8 each, like most of you are, I will recommend you work on each and everything. Don't worry much about reading MCQ single and multiple answers. Don't waste your crucial and precious and valuable time focusing and practicing a lot of MCQ single and multiple answers. Not very important. Don't worry much about it. If you get the right answer, it's fine. If not, just move on and focus on the things which are very rewarding. Let's say if you mess up your reading MCQ multiple answers, and single answers, you still have around 87 points, right? So, and if you mess up one reading and writing blank, you lose 5 points straight away or 4 points straight away. So there's no point of sacrificing other tasks just to make sure that our MCQ single and multiple answers are perfect. So don't waste a lot of time over there, and make sure you are well versed and you know what is important, how much time you have to spend, and what are the things you need to follow, and how you have to manage your time. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comment section. If you do get your score watching my videos, please do let me know. That will keep me going and keep me motivated to make more videos. I'll try to make as many videos as I can and as possible, so that you can get your desired score and I contribute my bit towards your success. All the very best, guys. If you have any questions, please do leave them in the comment section and I'll try to answer. If you have any suggestion on what video should I make, please leave that down as well. At last, if you like the video, please click the like button, press the like button, I'll say, click on the subscribe button and share it with your friends. All the very best, guys, and I'll see you very soon.